towards making those Milk Cup finals against Liverpool truly memorable. Well, now the Southampton fans know that they'll have to be at their noisiest to compete alongside their rivals on the terraces from Merseyside, and it makes for a true tense semi-final atmosphere here for these two sides to relish and subdue. Everton give winger Terry Curran only his third game of the season. He's been out with a thigh injury for almost all this season. An exciting winger who will add such a buzz to the Everton attacks wherever he pops up today, as indeed will Andy Gray, who was not eligible for those two Milk Cup games. It really is a special afternoon for Curran. He was once a Southampton player for about 7 months and actually appeared for them in a Milk Cup final at Wembley. Well, the present-day Southampton team are at full strength. Skipper Steve Williams has recovered from a knee injury, and Nick Holmes is the only survivor of the 1976 Southampton side that won the Cup by beating Manchester United. The referee today is George Courtney of Spennymoor in County Durham, his third semi-final in 4 years. And Everton get us underway, attacking the goal to our right in blue shirts, white shorts. Southampton in their red and white with black shorts. Well, will Everton get themselves through to Wembley for the second time this season? They've won the Cup on 3 occasions, the last time in 1966. Southampton won it in 1976. Here's Neville Southall. Bailey just nodding it on. It wasn't a very good kick, that one. Trevor Stephen, a long, high ball. And I think players everywhere will tell you this is the tensest afternoon of the season for them. And they're going to need just a few minutes to sort themselves out, to subdue those nerves and quell that tension. And very often the side that can relax first is the side that can do the best work. Mick Mills, all the experience in the world, including 2 FA Cup semi-finals for Ipswich. Taking another throw. In fact, it's a free kick. And back to his goalkeeper, Peter Shilton. Andy Gray after this one, chased by Mark Dennis. It's Southampton's throw. And Dennis, can Shilton get there first? A mistake by him, and Heath with a possibility of a chance, and a terrible error there by the Southampton left back, very nearly letting in Adrian Heath. And Shilton for a moment was stranded, and Southampton were vulnerable. This header, supported by Bailey. Richardson, got past Mills well. Holmes supporting. Stephen coming in and showed far too much of that to Agbula. Wellington. Put it on for Williams by Wallace. Oh, it comes from Moran, but saved by Southall. And a very important one at this stage of the game. Williams, and a very inviting bounce of the ball there, and Moran is very quick. That time Southall was quicker, and Southampton get another corner. Mark Wright is the man who could create a certain amount of danger if they can get that ball across to him, which is what they're aiming to do. In the end, it was Mountfield who had to put it behind for another corner. Mark Wright is in there again as Dennis plants it in once more. Wright with the header. Worthington onto the left boot. Well, Frank Worthington was on a losing semi-final side for Leicester City in 1974, and he says, this might be my last chance of getting to Wembley. And certainly when that falls onto his left foot as it did then, you would have thought that he might have done a little better. Armstrong. Worthington. Hitting it straight at Stevens. Played for Reed. Oh, Agboola spotted that very quickly. Dennis hadn't got back quickly enough, and the linesman had his flag up. The referee said, let play continue. And Ratcliffe plants it forward now. And Dennis has now got back in time. Outfield. Might fall for Wallace. Could fall for Worthington. And it could fall for Williams. And in the end, Southall pounces on it for Everton. Free kick to Everton. Foul on Andy Gray. Well, not coming from the midfields from both sides, but there's a lot of fairly good disciplined defending from both sides. Some sharp marking and tackling. And here's Gary Stevens with a free kick for Everton. Outfield up from the back. Mills with a little header for Worthington, gets it back again. And then gives it to Peter Reid. The 27-year-old Reid has got plenty of experience. He really hasn't stamped himself as yet on this midfield for Everton in this game, as he did in those Milk Cup finals against Liverpool. Downfield. Dennis, again that long throw to good effect, but Mountfield was aware of it. Moran, in again towards Wallace. He was a little late spotting that one, because suddenly he was between John Bailey and the ball. It's moved in the end a little too late to get the right connection. Bailey. Worthington. Stevens. Reid. It's Curran. Reid again. Outfield. Little touch there by Heath for Reid. Agboola in there, and it might fall for Heath. And it wasn't shot powerfully enough really to bother Peter Shilton. His angle was good. But for a moment it looked a really inviting opportunity there for Adrian Heath. Well into time added on. Armstrong. Oh, it comes for Wallace! And a great save by Southall, with good support from his defence. And the first real opening that Southampton have had. And Southall made an excellent save. Wallace again. Crossed in once more, and that's easier for Southall. Half-time whistle. Just the excitement or the goal chances coming right at the end of the half, with Heath hitting one straight at Shilton and then Southall making a really exceptional save from Danny Wallace. Half-time score then in this semi-final at Highbury. It's Everton 0, Southampton 0. Southampton then get us away at the start of the second half. They now attack the goal to our right. Drawn away in every round so far in this cup competition. Mountfield getting it back. Away to Nottingham Forest, away to Portsmouth, Blackburn and Sheffield Wednesday. Everton for their part beating Stoke. Gillingham of the 3rd Division after 3 games, Shrewsbury and Notts County. Peter Reid. Reid again. Stevens, Holmes away. Bula. Dennis, the long ball forward. Wallace was just about onside, there wasn't much in it. But what about that for pace? And, well, Southall just got a fingertip to it. And that goes down as a very good save indeed after a brilliant run by Danny Wallace. He outstripped Bailey, just got the touch there, which was enough to put it wide of the post for the corner. That was a bright enough start to the second half. And Danny Wallace, who had a shot beautifully saved by Southall just before half-time. A little flick there by Worthington, very nearly put Everton in trouble. Good start to the second half, this by Southampton. Their supporters range behind that Everton goal. Mills, played in short for Worthington. All the tricks, a little touch there, right on the far side. And behind now for the goal kick. Was a touch of the true Frank Worthington there. Lovely bit of skill there, look. One touch there, a little touch there, and a turn, and a little flick there, right on the end of it. Right. Williams. Oh, this might let Heath through. Hit it wide, a golden opportunity to put Everton one big step towards Wembley. And Heath, with 15 goals this season, will be regretting a golden opportunity. Unexpectedly it came towards him, Shilton was coming out. And a chance was missed. And now Wallace, or rather Armstrong for Wallace. Worthington's gone into the middle, Moran's gone up quickly. And off the top of the crossbar, but the flag was up in any case for an offside against Frank Worthington. But Danny Wallace has looked as sprightly as anybody in this Southampton attack. A brilliant break just after half-time. A shot that was saved just before half-time, and that one was ruled out because of an offside. Shilton coming again for this one. Again the fists. Now can Reid turn it back? Doesn't have to, he finds Curran. Played inside again for Heath, and Mills gets it off the line. Well, that's the closest yet. And it seemed that Adrian Heath had redeemed himself. No wonder they're congratulating Mick Mills. The corner about to be taken. And he just gets it off the line. Brilliant piece of play by Mick Mills. Fisted away, but not very well by Shilton. And another corner for Everton. Dangerous times these now for Southampton. And the faces show that it is. Stephen again with the corner for Everton. Floated in once more. Shilton, the fists again getting it away. Reid has got support from Gary Stevens. Here he is, trying to play it in first time, but even then that wasn't quickly enough because Moran was at him, but it falls invitingly for Terry Curran. And again for Curran. Corner once more for Everton. Curran with the corner for Everton. Moran gets it away. Once more. Good spell of pressure this by Everton. And another free kick. An obstruction by Dennis on Terry Curran. Well, is this going to be the breakthrough for Everton? Reid comes for Stephen. Oh, that could have bounced just under the crossbar. And And Shilton really had to be alert just to tip that away, and it's another Everton corner. Stephen with it. Again the fists of Shilton. Williams didn't get a touch. Curran turns it back in. Mountfield tries an overhead, and Dennis finds it on the left foot. A throw to Everton. And Southampton just cannot get it away at the moment. Gary Stevens. Good long throw into that Southampton penalty area. Frank Worthington up there with the header to get it away. Williams now trying to get it away towards Wallace. It didn't have the legs to get there, though. It's Peter Reid once more for Everton. Back for Kevin Ratcliffe, the captain. Agbula. And Dennis. And a touch for the man who's been a spectator for the last 10 minutes or so. Reid, Gray, persuading Reid to go on. White is there with him. The ball back for Curran, and Everton snatched something right at the last. Mills there with the header, but it only comes as far as John Bailey. A few last tense moments here for Southampton. Dennis now with the header this time, helped on by Armstrong, and suddenly defence might become attack as Williams finds Moran, and Ratcliffe so quick. Gets in there again, but Southampton get the throw. Wait a minute, added on for injuries. Mills, the saviour at one end with that save off the line, trying to set something up for Wallace, and now for Armstrong. And the chance fleetingly was there again for Southampton. Mills who crossed it in, and Wallace who played a nice little ball there. Armstrong well away. Whistle goes for the end of 90 minutes, which means that we now get a period of extra time. Everton territorially with so much to say for themselves in the second half. A great shot. In fact, a bad miss, to be truthful, by Adrian Heath, and then a great save on the line by Mick Mills, also from Adrian Heath. So the first period of extra time gets underway. Everton attack the goal to our right, as they did in the first half. Here's Richardson. Outfield towards Gray, beaten in the air by Wright. Dennis. For Everton, Terry Curran. Williams spotting that bit of danger, but it falls nonetheless for Trevor Stephen. Here's Kevin Richardson. Good challenge by Dennis, but it's Everton's throw. Gray, and now Curran, hitting lower this time towards Heath. Reid with a shot. And Shilton would only have seen that late, and it would have crept in just by the far post. Came off Adrian Heath. He hit it first time, Peter Reid, and Shilton well behind it. Southampton's throw. And Wallace quickly picked up Armstrong in turn. There's Worthington on the far side. Worthington shot, brilliant save again. Southampton players hold their heads. Frank Worthington looks much to say how on earth did he save that one. Well, that's how. Caught it well, and Southall stretching well to push it behind. He's made one or two really valuable saves this afternoon at the Southall. So, Wallace finding Mills. Still once more towards right, too high for him. Can Dennis get there? Not before Mountfield, a goal kick. Stephen, Richardson. Stevens, his concentration lagged for a moment. Just as when it seemed also that Everton were getting into a little bit of a rhythm. Well, maybe they can set it up again. Radcliffe. No doubt over the whole game that Everton have had more of it territorially. Heath again trying to dummy his way clear of Holmes, and this time he's managed to do so, only to find Mark right there to get the ball away into touch. Heath again. Another corner. Again, Everton press forward. And again, Trevor Stephen takes this corner for them. And again, he hits it straight at Nick Holmes. But he now has a chance to redeem himself. And he's gone past Steve Williams. That's a better-looking cross. Andy Gray and Derek Mountfield. Suddenly was there, confronted by Shilton. And over the top it went. Just a minor question mark there about some of the Southampton marking. A sign that Graham Sharp has got his tracksuit bottoms off. Maybe he'll be coming on for the second period of extra time for Everton. Well, the first 15 minutes are up. And in fact, Howard Kendall is having a word with Graham Sharp, and he is indeed coming on. Just out of the picture on your right-hand side, Sharp is stripping off, and it's going to be Terry Curran who comes off. Sharp is quite a goal scorer. He's been their top scorer for the last 2 seasons. Now they've changed their mind, that's remarkable. They put up the 7 for Curran to go off. Now this is interesting. And now suddenly they've changed their mind, put up the 10, and it's going to be Trevor Stephen who's coming off. Well, the indications are then that Howard Kendall has decided it's hell for leather now against Southampton. He's brought on an extra front man, and he's playing presumably with 4 up front, allowing that Curran and Heath will do that, although they may just drop back a little bit. It's Sharp and Heath, Sharp and Gray, who are playing up front now as out-and-out strikers. Reed. Couldn't quite get in there. It's carried just beyond those 2 defenders, Holmes and Wright. And Andy Gray, who scored, in fact, with a diving header, with a half-volley header almost, against Notts County in the last round, was set to repeat it. It needs something now to inspire Southampton, who've played second fiddle for much of the last half hour of this game to Everton, who just can't find the way to get the ball past Shilton. Here they come again. Another throw with 5 minutes of extra time remaining. Sharp. Gray! Straight into the arms of Shilton. touch, just a foot either side might have been enough from that sort of range, but look how comfortably it fell into the arms of Peter Shilton. It's a very good header won by Graham Sharp. Now Bailey. And still Everton pile forward. They must feel that even though there's little time left, that there will not be a better opportunity for them to press home their advantage and get themselves a place at Wembley. And Southampton, I fancy, would be just happy to defend and get themselves a replay at the moment. Most of the life seems to have been drained from them, with 4 minutes of extra time remaining. It's gone Southampton's way. Williams. Maybe Southampton, as that ball goes to Danny Wallace, will find the answer yet. Roundfield away, that looked like a handball by Mark Dennis, and the referee was perfectly placed to see it. Here's Reed. Curran. Stevens. Bula chasing back. And a handball by the Southampton defender gives Everton a very interesting free kick. With about 3 minutes of extra time remaining, a little chip will be coming now from Peter Reid. Sharp, Mountfield, Gray, Heath are all in there. It's Mountfield, and it's Heath! And the Everton fans are on the field. And what about that? They know that surely books them the place. Adrian Heath, who's missed an absolute sitter, has had a shot kicked off the line by McMills, has finally come good, and it's going to take a minute or two to clear Highbury from the Everton fans who've invaded in strength. There he is, an awkward header, but in the post, inside the post it goes, and Everton have scored a priceless goal. Well, the Everton fans are now getting back behind the barriers, and in a way you can understand their jubilation when you consider how they played second fiddle up on Merseyside so long. They got to Wembley for the Milk Cup and lost it to Liverpool, and now, barring an incredible and dramatic twist, they've made themselves another chance there. Bailey with that header away. Williams playing it wide. Mills now, but straight to Southall. They've been up and down, up and down. They're shouting, and they just want the last few seconds to go by and that final whistle to go. Dennis guarding it forward again, but it's gone into touch. That won't help Southampton's cause. They're on their feet again on that bench, as you can see. Throw by Stevens towards Sharp. A free kick for Everton. Peter Reid will take it. Then the old head got the better of him and he said, hold on, we've got nothing to hurry for. Wanting the Southampton defender to be back. And that's going to be another Everton corner. And you have to say that territorially they've had so much of this game. And now they found the goal that's going to put them through to Wembley. And there's one fellow who's come onto the field to hold things up. The Everton fans are giving him a right roasting, you can be sure. Peter Shilton's goal now. The Everton fans just waiting for that final whistle, which has come. Highbury's invaded. The Everton players are dancing with joy. They've got us through to Wembley for the second time this season. And Adrian Heath, who looked for a while as though he might be the man who would regret this semi-final, with a golden chance missed and a shot kicked off the line, is the fellow with just a couple of minutes of extra time remaining who has made it Wembley for Everton.
So Everton through to face Watford in the final at Wembley on May the 19th. The Everton manager Howard Kendall said afterwards, when you miss so many chances, you think you're never going to score. But Laurie McMenemy was tremendous at the end. He came up and said Everton deserved it. Pity the fans couldn't have followed suit. Sadly, the immediate celebrations were ruined when the two sets of supporters clashed on the pitch to be cleared by the police, their horses and their dogs. There's sure to be an FA inquiry now, and I believe they will say that if Arsenal are to host matches of this importance in the future, then there'll have to be serious consideration to putting fences around Highbury. Well, after all that had happened, what about the reaction of Everton's match winner, Adrian Heath?
Tremendous. Obviously, everybody's very elated. It meant a hell of a lot for us today, after the disappointment of the League Cup. We were so determined to do it for ourselves and the supporters that I never felt for 1 minute that we weren't going to get a result today.
But you, I mean, it was a real up and down day for you, because you had chances that you didn't take and you had something kicked off the line as well. Tell me about those first of all.
The one Andy Gray got to me, caught me by surprise, because he headed it about 3 inches off the ground. He caught me bad foot, well, so-called bad foot with left foot, and Shilton narrowed the angle very well. He didn't give me an awful lot to shoot at, but I didn't catch it clean anyway. And the other one, I didn't catch it right, but I still thought it was going in. I couldn't believe when Mick Mills got it off the line. But unfortunately, one came along a little bit later on.
Now tell us about that one.
I just remember, I think it was a free kick. Peter Reed put it in. I don't know if Derek Milfield touched it, and but the ball bounced back on me. I just managed to get my head around it and glance it into the corner.
Have you thought, I mean, if Liverpool win the Championship and you win the Cup, that's some sort of season for Merseyside?
Yes, we're in the final of the FA Youth Cup as well, you know. Yeah, tremendous. It's a great honour for the city, really, and a great tribute to the supporters. This is our little bit of a thank you for them, because it's very, very difficult at the moment in Merseyside, as you well know. And if we can bring a little bit of ray of sunshine in their lives, we've done our job.